One of the biggest challenges of modern spirituality is explaining the concept of energy or levels of consciousness. This is because science does not yet have the tools to directly measure this. Of course, we can measure some biometrics like our electromagnetic field and our brain waves, which is what researchers at the HeartMath Institute are working on. But besides that, we don't have a direct measurement of the spiritual concept of energy. But just because we can't see it or directly measure it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Because if you think about it, our modern science is very limited in terms of what energy we can actually see or measure. For example, did you know that it is widely accepted that atoms, the building block of physical reality, only make up about 5% of the entire universe? The other 95% of the universe is considered dark matter or dark energy, and that 95% is flowing through you right now. But modern science has no way to directly measure or interact with any of this. The only reason we even know it exists is because we can indirectly measure it based on gravitational fields. So given that 95% of the entire universe is unseen and immeasurable, why is it so hard to believe that when spiritual people talk about energy or levels of consciousness, they are simply pointing to an aspect of reality that science is not yet able to measure? And I'm saying this because if we don't have the instruments to measure it, why do so many people throughout human history believe it exists? Well, that's because if you think about it, our bodies are that incredibly sensitive instrument. There are so many examples that show just how sensitive our bodies can be. But just to give you a few, we can look at things like our nervous system. Our nervous system is constantly responding to frequencies in the form of sound waves, sunlight, or even the Earth's electromagnetic field. If it's responding to all of that, what other frequencies could it be responding to? Another example is our heart, which generates an electromagnetic field that can be measured several feet away. And this field is able to synchronize with the electromagnetic field of other people close by. And another example is our brain. Our brain has what science calls mirror neurons, which allow you to literally feel what other people feel. And that's just a few scientific examples. Our bodies are also full of other unexplained mysteries as well, which I'll probably talk about in another video. So even though modern science doesn't have the instruments to explain everything we experience, that doesn't mean those experiences aren't real. And being open-minded about spiritual concepts doesn't mean you're rejecting science. It's important for science and spirituality to merge and work together, because at the end of the day, both are ways of exploring the same mystery, one with instruments, the other with our awareness.